Dolphins.
Did you see that coming? Did you?
Not to that level.
No.
We go back and show the show on Thursday night. I did tip the Dolphins. Yep. I think I tipped them. Mate, it was Wayne. Yep. It was Wayne. That's when Wayne absolutely has to win a game, he generally wins it. Hopefully it doesn't happen this week against Newcastle.
The one thing I love about the Dolphins and Wayne and the win on the weekend is that we interviewed the Dolphins players after the game, and he made those changes. He moved Carter out of half, moved him to the bench, and moved a few other players around the field. And he trained in Brisbane the whole week without that system.
Yeah.
He knew the media were looking. He knew that, okay, we're just going to play this play here, play that there. But really, on game day, you'll be playing here, you'll be playing here, and this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And he gets there on the game, and that is hard to do.
Yes.
Moving X's and O's around that much, take Jake Averillo from the centres to 5'8", and don't train there that way, but this is how we're going to play because the cameras are watching. And to go out and execute that way, like that is Wayne Bennett masterclass.
In a second, we're going to show a try that Hammer sets up for Averillo.
Yep.
But on Averillo, I reckon there's a couple of reasons he didn't make it public or announce it to the team. He didn't want it to leak out, of course, and all that sort of stuff. But I think for Jake Averillo, I think it was basically, because if he'd have told him on the Tuesday, mate, I'm going to be playing you 6, can you imagine the head noise of Averillo leading in the game? He'd end up burning that much gas thinking, mate, OK, I've got to play like a 5'8", I do this. When you spring it on him at the last second, now just get out there and play.
He made a couple of changes, right? He pulled Trey Fuller into fullback, moved Averillo around and moved Hammer from fullback to centre. Who are the 3 best players on the field?
Incredible. Yeah, incredible.
Honestly, in a battle at Brisbane to keep your season alive, Wayne Bennett made a change because he knew he had to, and he got the response out of the 3 players. Because if they don't do that, we're talking the other way around.
Coops, and the great thing about the Hammer the other night was his ability to roam. Like, he plays centre, but he played like at times a second fullback. You have a look where he comes from here. There's he and Fuller together.
Set move.
Yep. He makes the run. Boom, just appears. Blind pass, beautiful blind pass from O'Sullivan. Averillo goes in.
Yeah. So normally when they bring this play from the other side of the field, it's called like a sort of a jockey or a hang type play. They're trying to get a defender to rush out on top and then get him through that gap that the rushing defender would come from.
Gotcha.
This time, Rogers from the Brisbane Broncos doesn't rush out. So what happens, because he's passive, Hammer just hits the accelerator, gets a one-on-one and offloads to Averillo. So the play didn't actually unfold the way they thought it would, but it eventually got the result.
Yeah, it's interesting. We have one more look at it here, right? From where he comes from, you know what I reckon, Coops? The first couple of steps, I reckon they thought that Hammer was going to almost come on the inside a little bit, almost like an inside block.
Sean O'Sullivan's doing a good job here.
Yeah, isn't he?
Yep.
So it's not until the last second that he appears he's going to be on the outside. For all intents and purposes, he could be like a little inside ball.
So the ball playing here is Sullivan gets Piakura, the Broncos' edge, to lean in slightly, and that creates a space there for Hammer to do his thing. So, good play. Good play.
Talk about the Dolphins, right? Second year, I know at the moment people are going, can they get there or not? Regardless, it's been an incredible start to their career. To be one win away from finals in only a second year, when you're recruiting in an age where the talent is thin.
Yep.
Right? He's done a remarkable. Let's have a look at second years of expansion sides in the NRL era. Cowboys, second year, 17th.
Yep.
Warriors, second year, 11th. The Crushers, rest in peace, they last. The Perth Reds, 16th. And Storm, this is amazing, they win the comp. Yeah. But to be on the cusp of making the finals, that's a mighty effort. Yeah,
and another sort of reason why I think Wayne Bennett made the calls he did is their season is basically in 2 years in the comp has reflected one another. Great start of the year, entrenched in the top 8, off the back of Origin, lose more than win, and he just didn't want to do it again. So he said, all right, we're going to move these jigsaw pieces around. And the other thing it doesn't only put these 3 players in different positions, it gives all the other players in the team go, you know what, actually, we need a change here.
Yeah.
It gives me, if I'm player on 15 on the bench, I'm going, I need to pick my act up here and do my bit.
It was almost like he looked at the side and went, I've got to mix the salad up here.
Yep.
Everyone's just sort of too comfortable.
And then what do you think about this week? It's funny how it works out, right? So the last game of the last regular season on Sunday afternoon finishes for 8th spot. Winner takes it all. Dolphins versus the Knights. With the Dolphins beating the Broncos and the Dragons falling over like they have, that's a poor loss there for the Dragons. But
Mate,
Knights and the Dolphins. What you got?
Well, there's queues forming already up at Newcastle. Get into the ground, I reckon.
I know what your heart's going to say, but give me your head. What do you?
Wayne concerns me.
Yeah.
Wayne concerns me. It's like I've watched the Dolphins in the last month or so, and they haven't looked up. And I'm looking at Wayne. I'm thinking to myself, this old bastard. Is he just holding on, and he's elevating them late? Mm-hmm. For that final, elevate, pinch a couple of wins, get in there, and I'll keep them up. Because if he had them up about a month ago, then there's a fair chance that they go into the finals and they're not going to make an impact. It's almost like he's only pulled the whip out last week and really elevated them, and along the way knock out the Broncos and then knock two of his old clubs who didn't finish on great.
He's got the Knights too.
He's got the Dragons.
I think Wayne is the key for the Dolphins, and I hate saying this because we say it every time about the Knights, but Kalen.
It's true.
If Kalen is on and is ready to take Newcastle on his back, then I think the Knights can get it done.